Hi, YouTube. I hope everybody's doing good. Good news, Bruce Cesal was back on today. He was able to live stream, so his income wasn't totally put on hold. They left his videos up, and other research channels for astronomy could go and even comment on his videos, but Bruce couldn't. And we see his work all over the internet. Other researchers admire his work, but few will admit that. So yeah, it's a really good channel, and his live stream was really great today, like usual. Um, Glad he's back. So our prayers and words and whatever worked, I believe God came through for us. That's what I'm thinking. So, uh, speaking of spirits or whatever, I don't know. But have you ever, out of the corner of your eye, seen like them white flashes, or like even a grayish figure? Or I've seen where my pump is in my room for my house for a shallow well. um the water's like just, well, right under my feet, literally. It's a spring. All over the property is a lot like that, but it's very deep, artesian wells underneath a lot of the property. But well, anyway, I've seen these gray figures that don't look human, and they don't look like a lizard. They look more like a blob type of thing with like a creepy, like a skeletal type face. Well, this morning, my daughter in law sent me a picture of my granddaughter wiping down the cabinets in the one of them. My granddaughter's wiping down the cabinets in the kitchen. A little bit later, right where my granddaughter had been, was one of these blob things, but I couldn't see like it had a face or anything. I don't know if you know what a lamprey eel is. It looks similar to that, but only the back of it looked like it was grabbing on with all kinds of tentacle things. So it was gray, and then it had darker spiky things that looked like was hanging on the corner of their fish tank and kind of out at the cabinets where my granddaughter had been. Or it was the creepiest thing. And Christy wrote, "What the F?" and circled it, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen those type of things for real. um it's like they can morph, different shapes, types of things. I've seen, like, one time, I really can't say if it was because of my operation. I had just a deviated septum, and they fixed it in my nose. And so I wasn't on any drugs, but I was thinking maybe because of the infection before I had my operation. So, but anyway, I wasn't feeling good, and I had like severe fevers from the infection and everything in there. And because it was blocked up, because like I have severe allergies to a lot of things. So anyway, I'm not feeling good at all. I had a stroke too. My hair fell out, all kinds of bad things. So I'm sitting on the couch. I'm trying to recover. It's all in back in them days. All I could do to eat or take a shower or even take care of myself. Somehow I managed most every day, but it was a struggle for many years. Well, so I mean, I was in my right mind. I swear I was. But right next to my living room window where I was sitting, I saw these things I would call like floaters. I'm going to give you an example. There was hundreds of them and it lasted for about a half hour or so. I went and looked in other windows of my house and I couldn't see anything anywhere else. And then it was just recently I thought maybe it was people practicing Project Bluebeam or some kind of laser something, because I had dug one 4th of July shooting bottle rockets right past the house where I was sitting continuously. It was like a all day thing, and it was like, oh, okay. But what I saw out the window, I'm going to use a piece of toilet paper to show you a dramatization of it. It was like this, more straight. It was like that, and a whole bunch of these. Sometimes they were like about 2, 3 feet long. Sometimes they looked to be about several inches long, but they were all going like that in a direction, and there'd be several of them, not just and separated like that. I don't know if any of you have ever seen anything like that in your life. I have no clue what it was. I still don't know, but now I'm thinking that it was somebody, either a neighbor that was on a level playing field with some kind of light technology, or dug out in the shop. I'm not sure. But it seemed to be coming from the other direction. That was the freaky thing. And they all were going from north to south. And Doug's shop is just south of where I was. So he would have had to have been doing something, unless he was standing over in the woods on the other. It's possible. You never know what people that are trying to mess with you, what they're going to do anyway. But I did ask my daughter in law if I could use the two different pictures. So she took a picture of her daughter washing the cupboards. Then she took a picture of the kitchen after it was done. And she saw this, and they don't have a cat or anything. And there's no place that any animal could have climbed. It's open. It's like they have their living room and the fish tank was there, and then you go in and like the tables like on one side and the cupboards are like around it, and they're flat. There's nothing, but there was something there that hadn't been there just moments before in another photo. So that was creepy. And I've seen, okay, I swear I saw white light um crawl out of, we have a drain field with a septic tank and a drain field, with gravel and sand, and it cleans it as it goes back into the environment. So I seen something white that looked like light crawl out of the toilet and then disappear like through the wall, you know. Weird things. And then I've had apparitions appear before me. Like I was stuck in my house one time in my house fire. I was in the closet and it did like that backdraft thing on me because my ex had opened the door. So I stepped back into the closet as everything went like whoosh around me, and it almost had tried to like lick. And I swear to God, I seen Satan's face like over here and his tail like over here, and they were starting to come together. And that's exactly the face I saw as I hit the damn door and I was out of the house. But I almost didn't make it out of there because I had seen something in that fire, and I've been around fires all my life. I actually accidentally started a fire when I was 4. The neighbor kid brought out matches from his grandma, and we got sticks and we started her garage on fire. We were 4 years old. So, yeah, I've been around fires for a very long time. I know how to, and then I became a junior firefighter too. I still have my badge. So, and a campfire girl. Good thing to learn how to control that stuff. It's pretty wicked. A mouse chewed a wire in my I had a lake home and it burnt. They thought they had it all out, but the fire was still smoldering in the walls, and the rest of it pretty much got toasted after a little while. The fire department had left. I was like 10 miles from town, like about what I am right now, only a little further north. And yeah, crispy crittered. So there's a long story to that one too, but yeah. But yeah, apparitions. I guess that's intuition. Now, this is something that saved my channel today. I do believe. I had a sneaky suspicion that the satanic force was like gonna try and strike me today. And I thought, wow, I have to really be careful what I put on my YouTube channel. So I saw something on Facebook like I often do. But something told me to check if this person that was in Dubai had a YouTube channel, because if they had posted the same thing on here, I'd get a strike for posting the same information. And so yeah, they did. I'm going to share the video with you. It's about a very unusual museum. It's about a 5-minute clip or a 5-minute video. The most interesting thing about the whole thing about it is the science that's involved inside of that museum. The museum itself is very unique. You'll never see another one like it. Hopefully not. Well, in that museum, they've bred new species that they have let out into their environment. Sound familiar? Kind of like Plum Island creating Lyme's disease and other admittable diseases that they have let loose into our country. Why would they do that? Why would you even create bio warfare if you're a human being? Human beings don't do that. Greedy demons do. Yeah. I'll share that link to Uptin, UPTIN channel. Um, boy, and a friend of mine, I'm pretty sure she didn't know. And that's, like her heritage and stuff, and I know Satan uses people even when they're unaware. Um, they don't you it could be family, friends, they may not even know. They might know something's off, and a lot of times you'll see somebody that's torturing you, you'll see this a screwed look or, on their face while they're doing or saying it, but it's like they're in robot mode because they will listen to that satanic voice instead of the quiet one. Rolling with what's inside ourselves, our own instincts, they don't use those much. They are commanded by their master. We are in control of ourselves because of our free will, and we convict our own hearts when we do something wrong, and we act on that in the best manner possible after that. We don't carry it out um and let the dark and just roll with the dark feeling. We stop it right there because we don't own it. It's not ours. You know, we know that, but they know that too. They don't care. People have to care more or not. That's up to them. It's like I tell crappy people, I really don't care if you're a crappy person or if you have so many things that aren't in common with me, that I know God has separate places for everybody. There in my Father's house is many mansions. So, maybe you live in a different neighborhood. I don't care. Why would I? You know, that's the way I look at it all. You know. Yeah, I was cleaning my kitchen yesterday and all pulling out the microwave and toaster, and I was gonna move this spice rack I have, and um I had just been in there minutes, and Doug woke up out of a dead sleep and wanted to come in the kitchen. It's like, but I just could hardly believe it. I had waited till I had time to do something. I can't stand somebody sitting there watching me when I'm working. It never used to bother me, but it will bother me now. It's like, I'll just stop. I'll quit, walked out. But I got a big chunk of what I wanted to do done anyway. But this is a narcissist. Go ahead and warm up. You got to warm up. Just give me my corner right here. No, I'll be okay. I'm like, well, you can come and stand next to me and use the microwave. No, I'll wait. Just like, eh, you know, I don't even have to name any names, but anybody ever had like a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, and it's time for that little tired thing to take a nap. You know, this is worse than that. And it's not just one thing or one person. It's all of them like that. They all got this little whiny baby. You just want to smack it, because it isn't a baby. If it was a baby, I can deal with it. For a baby, I mean, I'll drop anything for anybody. It's just, but I hardly can believe that I just so happened to do something, and there it is so many times like that, and with the same type of attitude type of thing, like an intentional war for, and all I'm trying to do is clean a skanky effing house. That's it. So it's less skanky. I got a bad thing like that. I mean, it's not OCD, it's just people are really pig like. It's like I could have my own bathroom and it would be clean type of feeling um if you're single and you know what I mean, then, because it is true. Some people you can walk in like their kitchen or bathroom. It's not so with what I have no clue why, because I know I've done different things in my life to keep the house, you know what I mean? My areas are organized. That's why I don't let people in my certain areas. I even have a clean spot I want to keep in my kitchen, that nothing gooey goes sitting there, like around my coffee pot, or, like you don't prepare food next to your clean dishes by your dish rack, or. I think that type of thing is like common sense. But the people I've been around, well, I shouldn't say all of them. This one is whacked. I don't get it. I just don't get it. That's why I'm talking about it. I really don't fucking get it. It's organizational skills, and I know a lot of that comes from me working in food service and stuff. But like it's in every area. every area of the house, it's like a bomb went off wherever I don't tread. If I don't do something to an area, it looks um, like a war zone, you know? It's like, what the hell? What is this? I still can't, I'll never get used to it. I don't get it. I don't know. That's not OCD, people. When people are like that, if you put stuff back where it belongs or and you have a place for everything, there's no need for stuff all over the place like a baby, you know. Let's even pick up your toys, put your toys in your toy box, you know. They're pretty savvy at all that stuff, you know. So I chalk it up to just intentional. There's no other, because even when he was raised, his mother didn't raise him like that. This is something he is on his own. I guess probably something he wanted to be when he was little and couldn't be. I don't know. But, yeah. I liked cleaning my mom's house till I felt like I was being used, but you know, I used to really love it. You know. And I don't mind cleaning. I've had cleaning jobs. I made really good money down in Minneapolis cleaning office buildings. My friend and I, when I was about 20, yeah, we had a pretty good time. Her dad owned the business, and we just go into all these swanky offices and clean them up, shine them up, all the windows, and vacuuming garbages. Beautiful when we were done. Sparkly, you know. So, but yeah, so I don't mind that type of work at all. Makes me rather proud to make something shiny. I just don't get how somebody can detail a car or build a car and shine it up and then live in filth, you know? I don't know. So I see it as intentional, just something to really make me feel like I'm living in hell because I am. So, yeah. My kids are mindless like that too, especially the older one. He didn't used to be, but it's like a switch went off with these people and they just became brain dead. I don't know. Or the leader of the brain dead took control over my sons is closer to the truth. Because, like I told my daughter in law with that gray thing, my first thought was my oldest son and my estranged one, their dark energy together. So, and I know my granddaughters miss their father, but you know, yeah. I mean, I understand. He said he was getting sleep deprived around there. Yeah, kids will do that to you, and he's got a neck injury, but I know what sleep deprivation is. You know, you can tell I do. You know, but you know, people, environment, health, all that type of thing will do that to you. But you know, you can't just leave kids hanging for the rest of their life thinking that the reason their father doesn't care about them is because he couldn't sleep when he lived in the same house. He's living under a bridge, last I heard, you know, right in their same town. So, poor little things. Anyway, I know people are weird. How weird can they get, huh? I guess we're just going to have to see. Don't say it can't get any weirder, 'cause I think it can. It always does. Whenever I thought it couldn't, it always did. So I'll just assume it's going to get weirder and it's always going to be. keeping getting weirder. And if you're human and you think it's weird, well, you're on the right track. It is. It's weird. There's nothing normal about all this constant chaos in our world. One thing right after another, and it's not just because of social media or anything. If I get cut off, I love you all and thank you for joining me. I don't think I will. I deep clean this, but it has its days. It's just like me. I am my days. But yeah, I don't know. I've been a little bummed out. Um I've got a lot of friends that are there. Like when I'm having a really rotten day, it seems like they'll make a video even if they're having a rotten day too. And they're very good at not putting that vibe on other people. But when I watch somebody that I can trust one moment, and then the next moment they're putting their vibe out there, it's almost like a personal attack. Um, you know, I don't know. I have to really consider people that take my time. you know, I'm hoping not to insult, or I'm hoping to be talking to people that can totally relate to what I'm talking about in my life and the betrayals that people like me are going through and have gone through, and relating to the reality of being attacked when they know you have God in your heart and they're going to do anything they can to try and annihilate you. Well, if we have ones like that are being annihilated, we have to be very careful that we don't put that on the people we care about, our closest friends out here, because when we do, we're doing Satan's work. And that's what happened to me. It's happened to me like, I would say probably about once a month from the same person. It's like, well, I told you you're living with the demon. What'd you think? Like, and you're going to take it out on other people? Don't do that. You can't do that. What you got to do is talk about what's going on, not about everything else, but about what's actually expose it, like I do. So the other people that are going through that know that you're on the same team. There's no doubt. People have no doubt where I stand. You know, ever. I despise people who say things like, well, you don't know what I'm thinking. Well, up to a point, but a person's inner self should be um, open to the world enough, because we can all feel each other's vibe anyway, so it doesn't really matter what you say. I mean, really? I don't know. I'm just asking because I don't do that. I don't like that. I want to be so transparent that there's no doubt in anybody's mind where I'm coming from on any given subject. You'll just be able to, it's like a old index file. You'll be able to just flip through it, and on every topic you'll be able to name exactly how I feel on that topic. I'll leave no room in your mind or heart for any kind of doubt on where I stand on any subject ever, you know. And if I were to change my mind on anything, and that's kind of not a lot of what I'm made out of. Pretty much I do and go by my instincts, and that's in science and friendships and everything. Spiritual guidance from God. That's my whole life right there. My instincts, my intuition. And I am a master at not listening to what people call Big Brother. I call the the ultimate bastard. If you want to say bastard of the universe, people that believe in the, I'll say bastard of the cosmos. Yeah, have to be a real bastard to act like it was female when it wasn't. Don't you think? I think so. And to try and convince the whole world that something like that's actually a thing, and that's something that's actually going to make the world go around in any way. Well, it boils down to one entity with its robots. That's what it'll boil down to. No flesh. No flesh will be saved for those. None. There it if they don't mind, it doesn't matter. And if you don't matter, I don't mind. Or yeah, how's that go? Doesn't matter if you don't mind. I don't mind if you don't matter. Yeah, that's better. If you don't, doesn't matter either way. Cheers, everybody. So I just really wanted to tell you all that I felt the forces of evil trying to bait me in it, and I almost shared it, and I thought, yeah, I was going to copy it from my YouTube with my phone, and then just play you that little video. So now I'm going to share the link on this. So just so you can see, it is cool, and there's a lot of good information in there. And don't forget, these are the same people that are now building is in progress for their enclosed line city, hundreds of miles that they want to connect the whole world in three, like a triangle, like a pyramid, in three specific lines, meeting all in that triangle from every angle of the world. So I guess is how we word it like that. So, all right, everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna let you go and get this uploaded, and I'm sure you'll find that museum very unique, even from the outside all the way in. And they're pretty radical, and they sure are being used as some tools, like all the governments in the world. So enjoy your night or day wherever you're at. Thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you soon.